guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, guys. Life's good. Anyway, got a lot to talk about. I'm going to get right to it. You saw the thumbnail. LASH BRAGAN, the LASH salute. I'm wearing my LASH salute hoodie. God bless him, guys. God bless him. This is such an exemplary human being. I've done 2 on him, I think, over the years, and I'm going to do 20 more, if that's the case. But anyway, let me honk a little bit. I have played a lot, unlike several of the other days when I'm just doing the first notes of the day. Let's see if I have anything left. This is the second day back from my break. Many times it feels good on the first day and a little stiff on the second day. So far, that's not the case. Let's see what we got. Nope. Feeling good. Anyway, after 2 hours of honking, wide open double C's and a little rondo. I've been meaning to play that for a long time, guys. I've been playing the rondo from my CD at the end of most every video. Now, that recording, as slick as the production is and everything, was 20 years ago. And 18 years ago, I don't care, a long time ago. And if you listen, compare the two, you'll see the difference in the pop. Now, this entire CD I'm very, very comfortable with. I think it's excellent, to tell you the truth. But I don't do it anymore. I don't sell it anymore. I don't push it anymore. Why? Because I do believe at this point that is not a good representation of my playing. I've gotten that much better. Now, I know my friend Nick Drozdoff is going through the same thing. He has pre-True Power chops and post, or now his True Power chops. And he's goes back and forth on whether he wants to do one of his old videos over again and use the same, soundtrack and all this other stuff. But it's something to think about. Guys, we just keep getting better. All right? Anyway, LASH BRAGAN. Guys, I have taught kids, college students. I've got high school kids into college on full scholarships. I've got college kids into the professional ranks. I've taught seasoned professionals. But I have to say, and I'm proud of every one of them. I'm not trying to diminish what anybody has ever done. But I have to say, probably the most, I'm going to say, rewarding student and the rewarding teaching I ever had was LASH BRAGAN. What an exemplary human being. Now, hear me out. I'm going to say 4 years ago now, he got in touch with me. He, like many of you, tripped over my YouTube channel just looking for a trumpet instructor. He is a veteran who works very, very closely with his veterans group, and they go around to all these funerals and whatnot, working with the VFW and all this sort of thing, and work at funerals to make things easier and official and everything for the families of veterans that have passed. Okay, the wives make prepare dinners for them and all this sort of stuff. It's a wonderful thing in its own right. But he noticed nobody was playing taps. The best they could do if they got any music at all was piped in, recorded taps. Sometimes they were good recordings, sometimes they weren't. Sometimes it was outside, the wind's blowing, you can't hear it. Something's got to be done about this. So he takes it upon himself. He wants to learn taps. His family, I believe his wife and daughter, bought him a bugle for his birthday, Christmas, whatever the case may be. And he got in touch with me. He wanted to learn taps. Okay? Now, he didn't want to learn music. He's a retired gym teacher. He had no desire to learn music. He has no idea what notes he's actually playing. He just wanted to learn 4 notes so he could do this deed for the veterans and get that done right. He doesn't take a cent for it. Now, if you can imagine what a challenge that is for a teacher to have somebody that knows no notes, has no desire to learn any notes, no vowels, it's a bugle, no vowels, we can't change, it's just 4 notes. That's a long half hour to fill up, but he's such a nice guy, I look forward to every single one of them. Anyway, one of the lessons. So anyway, it was getting to a point, I think he might have taken 8, 10 lessons overall. And it was getting to the point where it became apparent he was using the mouthpiece that came with the bugle. And he wasn't getting the high note. Ba, 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 ba. I'm not sure the pitch of the bugle. It might have been in G, so that would make it, our concert D. Anyway, it wasn't happening. So I sent him down a used Calet mouthpiece. Made all the difference in the world. I don't even know which one it was. I just gave it. It was gathering dust. It was tarnished, the whole 9 yards. So I sent it down. I believe since then he's bought a 1SB. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. He's using a Calet mouthpiece. And it did the trick. I'm telling you what, he sounds good, man. It's in tune. I like the tone on his, bugle. He does a great job with the 4 notes. So he started doing these things at live, and then he decided to open up a website, and it's called LASH BRAGAN, the LASH Salute. And guys, it is absolutely beautiful. It'll bring you to tears. I want you to go and just watch a couple of the things. Now, it's very, very simple. The actual video he makes, not even 2 minutes. But what people do is they send in the info of the fallen military man. Okay? Name, rank, serial number, survived by this, and all this sort of stuff. And he will put on his dress uniform once a day. He'll go out on his patio with his white gloves, his dress blues, the whole 9 yards. He'll ring a bell. He'll announce this is for Sergeant Joey Smith, survived by the battalion. He fought in Vietnam, whatever the case may be. Give him the whole little obituary. He'll play taps and give him a very, very precise last salute. And it is powerful, man. It is powerful. And it's turned into a bit of a cottage industry. And he does take donations. So if you have a couple shekels, it doesn't have to be a lot. I send him $50 every now and then. I owe him $50. It's been a while. And the price of a lesson, he's always got a free lesson with me. That's that type of thing. But actually, on a more personal note, my mother, her father died, who was a veteran, when she was quite young. I believe she was 9 years old. Okay? And her mother had died before that. So all of a sudden, her father dies. He was a cop at the time, but he died. And he gets this full military funeral. She didn't know what the heck was going on. She was in a complete and total fog. She goes to this funeral. They fold the flag, they hand it to her, and she goes home with her grandparents. Okay? So she's in a fog. Anyway, I was telling her about LASH. She says, oh, I would love if he would play taps for my father and give me some closure. I didn't know what was going on. That would be just wonderful. And certainly he did it. Sergeant Michael Ryan, blah, 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 goes through the whole thing, plays taps, last salute. My mother is sitting there in tears. She loved it. It was one of the nicest things anybody's ever done for her. LASH, I owe him, and he sent her a little plaque with my grandfather's name on it and all this sort of stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, one more thing, a little more to his moral character as opposed to his chops, is Joe Avella knew about him, my friend down in Puerto Rico, who's coming on hard times. I'll get to that in a second. For a while has been donating to LASH's ministry, he calls it. And so they know each other from that, but that's it. When I said the other day that Joe was having a tough time with the effects of the hurricane and whatnot, LASH sent him a care package. I believe it was a bottle of water or two, some energy bars and all. This is the thoughtful kind of guy that he is. And Joe told me that LASH was on his way down to Florida. He has a brother down there that got slammed by the hurricane. He's going down to help his brother, and he's bringing his bugle. With all the death down there, he is playing taps at anybody that wants it. Now, that's just an exemplary human being. And the fact that I was privy to teaching him 4 notes, God bless him. Guys, Google it. LASH BRAGAN, LASH BRAGAN, the LASH salute. If you got a few extra shekels, donate. Trust me. He's an exemplary guy. Every cent is going to what he refers to as his ministry. It's worth every second, every dime you send. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. I'm sure he'll take $10. All right? All right. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.